Acupuncture can be really helpful in the treatment of endometriosis. This is something that I see a lot in my practice. A lot of women are diagnosed with endometriosis in their teens or early 20s because they have really painful, heavy periods. But the truth is, 30% of the population that has endometriosis, the only symptom is that they have difficulty getting pregnant. And so women will come into my practice with some mild symptoms, and I will send them in for further testing to confirm that we are dealing with endometriosis. This does have an impact on fertility because there's often excess estrogen in the system that can inhibit ovulation. And from Chinese medicine perspective, we view endometriosis as an inflammatory condition, and this can inhibit implantation of a fertilized egg into the endometrium of the uterus. There's been research recently that is calling endometriosis more of an autoimmune condition. And so again, we focus on decreasing inflammation and moderating the immune system by balancing the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis, which is basically a fancy way of saying we get your hormones squared away. For the treatment of endometriosis, the benefit that acupuncture can provide is that it increases blood flow to the uterus and the ovaries. Often with endometriosis, there are these things called endometrial plaques, which are caused by retrograde menstruation. Instead of just bleeding out whenever you're on your period, women with endometriosis, the menstrual flow actually backs up through the fallopian tubes and ends up in the peritoneal cavity, and these pieces of endometrial tissue that end up in the abdominal cavity are called endometrial plaques. And they cause all kinds of symptoms. They can be digestive symptoms, they can be urinary symptoms, they can be abdominal pain, they can have no symptoms. So we increase blood circulation to the low abdomen through acupuncture and often Chinese herbs. I often recommend women follow an anti-inflammatory diet to decrease the amount of inflammation that is in their low abdomen and increase the likelihood that they will be able to get pregnant. Often the use of castor oil packs is helpful. Castor oil has been used for a very long time for lots of different things. Often people think of it as a laxative, but if we use it externally, we can use it to soften hardnesses. So this is good for cysts, good for endometrial plaques. It's also detoxifying. So I will instruct women to apply it to their lower abdomen, over their ovaries and their uterus, and then apply heat to allow the oil to sink in. Abdominal massage, especially our Vigo Mayan abdominal massage, is really helpful for endometriosis. That can be coupled with V-steams, where we use medicinal herbs as a steam. So there's lots of different things that you can do to help treat endometriosis, both if you're having painful periods and heavy bleeding, and also if you're trying to get pregnant. If you are someone that is struggling with endometriosis or infertility in general, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about how I may help you, and I hope you found this video helpful.